Hello guys, today we will start with a South Rock build. And I'm actually recording this like the 5th time now. It's pretty complicated to do it perfectly, to have it as a nice showcase and explain it at the same time. But we will try once more. If there are minor mistakes in it, we will have to deal with it because I can't do it another time. Okay, this is the basic setup. Factory first, land factory. Then you do those 2 maxes here. Then you go those 3 pigeons here, 2 maxes here. And then you add another 4 pigeons and to a total of 7. And then you build the factory, which will produce a transport earlier on. After you finish that with your ACU, you want to have 3 more pigeons that are important to sustain your upgrading Tech 2 maxes. First 3 engineers are here to get the reclaim and the maxes. And for this build, you will see how clutch the power will turn out. It's really important to don't fuck up the reclaim here. But this is a build. It's what was basically most of the time the problem in the recordings before. So this is only the ACU all along at the beginning. And then you take those trees here with your first NG. And then those trees. And you go immediately for the hydro. Second engineer helps with the hydro. Third engineer goes this route to get the maxes and support factory here. And the next engineers will go here to help building those pigeons. The ATU will be finished with those maxes before those engineers arrive. This is very important because otherwise the engineers would try to assist this year and would waste a lot of time traveling between the buildings. See that it's finished, and as soon as it's finished it immediately is able to assist. If you assist this, rearrange that to a direct command, because otherwise this engineer will follow after the hydro with this engineer, and you don't want that. You want this to be done and then get some reclaim and claim the max with that engineer. And you of course have to set up this route as well. This reclaim isn't that important. It helps later on if you don't crush too many trees, but it's not that important to get this reclaim here. Oh, nice pathfinding. Okay, the third engineer goes to get this reclaim because otherwise we will stall mass. And then we need a third engineer for making the transport and for delivering to the island. And you see now power and mass is very clutch. But the hydro is directly done when it's needed, and the mass is also there when it's needed. So now we have basically everything we want. Now it's about reclaim. You can get 2 maxes with that, then add another 4 pigeons, then you can upgrade the other maxes, and then you make a lot of power that you will need. You can already get those transporters out at 250. That's 5 seconds later than here, but it's fine, or it should be fine. I forgot to set up. Yeah, you want some air after that, and you want to upgrade immediately You want to upgrade, and as soon as you don't assist this factory, you will have a lot of power now, so you can get as much T2 mixes as you have mass for. But usually you shouldn't do should not upgrade more than 2 mixes at a time. Get this max not too late here. After you get the mass, you can assist with that, engineer your ACU. We will use this to upgrade as well, because it's free. And now we set up nice reclaim. Oh, those engineers are also wasted. Could have reclaimed them earlier, doesn't matter right now. But now it's about nice reclaim patterns, so you don't want to have too many. Okay, the engineers are here. Now it's always up to you whether you go factory first or maxes first. Maxes first is the greedy version. It depends on what you expect, what your enemy does. I actually recommend doing factory first if you're not confident enough. It's safer. You can use that to drop later, or you can use even to go very greedy and reclaim it. Then you get a little bit more mass boost early on. And oh, you don't want to have storages at this point. Other than that, you focus now on mostly on reclaiming. That's the most important thing you can do. And scout your opponent. Make some air. Make some engineers in case you need a navy. Make some engineers here, because you can also reclaim this with those engineers, and you have engineers in case you need to make navy. We go in those builds pretty eco heavy, so oh, I fucked up this reclaim move. Doesn't matter as well, it's fine. Yeah, you see now we have plenty of mass income, so we benefit from upgrading maxes as efficiently as possible. And keep an eye on the map and rearrange your reclaim engineers. Now those 4 engineers and the ACU will provide enough power for the mid game, or the mid build order game. You see, we are pretty fine on terms of economy. That's why we have the reclaim. And we have enough power here. Important is to have enough engineers. We will need more engineers to upgrade the maxes. Always upgrade those maxes where you have the most engineers at. So they are done in the fastest way. Pretty important is now the transition to Tech 2, and we don't actually build at least as much air as long as I don't have enough pigeons, because I can only make Tech 2 air upgrade when I have enough pigeons available. But this will be very soon, like 7-minute mark, 2 inties. Oh, we are going to stall. That's not good. Next minor mistake. Fucked up all our reclaim orders. It's also not that important on rock. On air it's way worse. We actually forgot here. You see how important it is to have the right amount of engineers, because you have to spend the mass very fast, otherwise you will overflow, and that's bad. In the meantime, we can also do, actually we should do some navy production, and don't do units too late. Once this is done, they can assist the air factory. I like to have 5 Tech 2 engineers to make Tech 2 pigeons. Scout in the meantime, protect your assets with air, get the rest of the reclaim. And set up some engineers to get storages soon. Yeah, as soon as you see that you stall mass and have enough power, you could also stop milking some power, but otherwise it's pretty important to have enough power all the time. All the mass income in the world is not of any use if you don't have the power to spend it. So now we are going to have full Tech 2 maxes at around 8:30, and we are going to go for storage. Going for storages. Also do it there where you have the most engineers at. You can do it also on the island. Don't stop making engineers, because otherwise you will stall or you can't spend your mass. Early navy should be distributed around the sea, so you have more intel. First Tech 2 pigeon will be now available. This reclaim shouldn't be ours here. Yeah, see, making power always costs power, but in my opinion it's kind of fine, the transition. We don't stockpile too much mass, and once that pigeon is done, we can upgrade our first Tech 3 max. Now we have enough power to run Tech 3 max, probably this one here. We will save some mass by not making the second pigeon right now, because we don't need it right now. Add some more navy in usually. And all you do now is trying to upgrade your maxes as efficient as possible. You can also, that's why I don't ring my maxes here, because then it saves me some APM. Didn't start to upgrade here. After that Tech 3 max, we will add another Tech 2 pigeon. Add some more build power. You can also prepare here engineers for upgrading maxes here, or you should prepare. We also have to bring some here. You see power is short, so that's why we have to make another pigeon. But making Tech 3 max is pretty power heavy, so you basically want to make power, not while you're upgrading, and then you are fine. You are not fine if you upgrade maxes and make power at the same time. So once we have the second pigeon done, we can upgrade more Tech 3 maxes. Important is to have enough build power and don't start to spend the mass on units too late, because otherwise we will end up just with a full mass bar without units. Don't go too greedy. Now we can also, now you should add more power around minute 12, and then we get the Tech 3 ACU with enough build power to have Tech 3 power available, and also upgrade those maxes here later with the ACU pretty efficiently. In the meantime, you don't forget to scout, and you micro your upgrading engineers. can now get more efficient by upgrading some Tech 2 maxes, Tech 1 max, reclaiming Tech 1 maxes. It's now the most efficient way, but it's a safer way to provide more power. Actually, I would pause right now. It's too much here. We go Tech 3 right away. We have 1,500 power available. And we can also, you see, that's a Tech 2 upgrade. It's very power intensive. Once you go to Tech 3, upgrading Tech 3, it's less power intensive. I mean, 4 Tech 2 bins should be enough to get to transition to Tech 3. Actually, I should change this also by not doing as adjacent. Reclaim it here in this case and get the mass bonus. It's more important than the efficiency bonus at this point, at least. After Tech 3, you get the Tech 3 PGen, and once you do the Tech 3 PGen, you go reclaiming your Tech 1 power to provide the mass for the PGen. We will end up around, I think, 19 to 20 minute mark with full Tech 3 maxes, but we will also have a nice Navy production, which is important to have. Don't start to make 40-minute mark. We have plenty of engineers, but we will need more engineers to be able to use all the mass available here. So now we have enough power, we can reclaim. Actually, also, I like to keep some of them, like 2 of the Tech 2 mixes, the Tech 2 PGens, but we can also reclaim 2 and get the mass for our Tech 3 mixes. So the ACU now can kill the Tech 2 mixes, get the 800 mass, and then rebuild it. It's more efficient. You get the mass from the Tech 2 mix back. That's why people like to do it. We don't want to have mass now. We have the mass, so it's nice that we are able to spend it that fast now. Once we have not so much mass, we won't have power problems. Tech 3 max is done. Let's get the max capped here. Where's the mass going? The mass is going here. Okay. This one is the next. Right now it's only around being able to put up power efficiently, which we did. Then get to have enough engineers to upgrade your maxes to Tech 3, and to not forget to make enough engineers to make Navy. Yeah, actually at this point, I mean, it's very hard to make a very perfect build order, but at this point I sense we will need another PGen. It's always good to have like 1 or 2 storages. They could be adjacent here, but it's not too important to have some more power. And once we can't use all the engineers for upgrading maxes, we use them on Navy. Yeah, now you see that we are pretty low on power. So it's a good decision to have another Tech 3 PGen before you get to the full Tech 3 stage. You will also need it to make Navy. yeah, once this is done, we get the rest of the maxes here. We have plenty of mass, plenty of power. So just fire up all the upgrades because we have the power and the mass to use it. Once we have here Tech 3 maxes, I think 4 Tech 3 pigeons is enough to run full Tech 3 Navy, and it will give us enough power for the RAS upgrade, which we do last. So now we have 18 minutes, so that's actually quite night timing. We are done before minute 19, and we get Tech 3 now. Can actually add more factories for more build power, because you want to have like 2 to 3 assisted or heavily assisted navy yards for making battleships, and then you want to have multiple Tech 3 slave factories for making additional units like frigates and destroyers and so on. If you have enough power, you can also go for mass fabs after that with your Tech 2. Engineers, battleships going out, setting up another factory. Engineers that you can't use here, just use them on Navy and don't let them idle here. So ACU is done. We have a lot of power, we have some storages, so we get RAS. And now get our upgrades running as fast as possible. And then you want, I mean, this is not about build order, this is about units, but you always want to use basically everything you have at your disposal. So stealths and stealth subs are always nice. Yeah, now we have 20 minutes, we have a RAS SEU, we have Tech 3 Navy, we have plenty of build power, and basically any beach player would die now. 100%. And you have enough mass to make whatever you want. You have the opportunity to just make insane amount of navy. You can also make a nuke. You can make more power, you can make more eco. You can do whatever you want. So the key points is always the transition to the power stages. Like, you don't want to miss the Tech 2 pigeon stage, and you don't want to miss Tech 3 pigeon stage, because otherwise you will stall mass and you can't you will stall power and can't spend your mass. And it's also critical to have enough engineers to do the upgrades. And at the same time, it's critical to have enough engineers to run Navy. So it's minute 20, and we have also 200 engineers, Tech 1, and some Tech 2. So that's 10,000 mass. And another 1,500 in Tech 2 engineers. So it's like 11,500 mass in engineers. And we have also some factories running. Don't forget sonar, as many people do. Yeah, that's it.